Hello, welcome to video 4 in a series of 10 videos addressing how to eat a raw vegan diet in the winter. One of the top questions that I get asked this time of year is how do you sustain raw through the colder months? So this playlist is just for you if you're wondering how I did it, how I do it, and any tips that I have. Today's video is going to be about using appliances to help you through. So if you're interested in that, stay tuned. Thank you so much for joining me for this video. I'm excited to get talking about this one because I feel that this one can help so many people get through those rougher times where they're feeling like they just need something cozy. So we'll talk about some appliances in this video, but first I did want to mention again that we have our 40% off coupon code NICECREAM40 will get you 40% off any of our ebooks. The ebooks link is right here, also in the description box below. So if you're interested in enjoying some awesome raw vegan recipes, a lot of them help me through the winter and help others through the winter, that code is going to get you 40% off, and I hope you truly enjoy some awesome raw recipes in your life. So let's chat a little bit about appliances in this video. I feel there are two appliances that really help people to stay raw through the winter. The number one appliance that I feel is really great for this is the VITAMIX. The VITAMIX or any high-speed blender. The reason is because a high-speed blender, when you blend for about 1.5 to 2 minutes, the sauce inside the blender will actually warm up from the friction of the blades. So it's a really great tool to use to warm things up a little bit so that you can kind of get that little bit of cozy reminiscent from the cooked foods of the past if you are moving towards fully raw. That is such a great tool. You can make marineras. You can do like tomatoes, dates, basil, oregano. And if you're gonna do it that way, I really highly recommend you blend everything until it's warm first and then add the fresh herbs, because if you add the herbs first and blend for 2 minutes, they get really bitter and it kind of ruins the batch. So blend everything else up, the dates and the tomatoes or whatever, and then right before serving, pour those fresh herbs in, pulse it in a little bit just to expose the flavors, and then use that. So that said, you can make marineras, you can make warm sauces, you can make the base for a chili, the base for a curry. You can make all different kinds of awesome sauces in the VITAMIX and warm them up if you blend them for about 1.5 to 2 minutes. The second appliance that I feel is really beneficial is the dehydrator. And the dehydrator and the VITAMIX can kind of work in tandem. I'm going to give an example of raw chili. So raw chili is one of those recipes that I really love on a rainy day, or people love when they are in a cold, wintry wonderland, or they just got back from skiing and they want something warm to warm themselves up with. You can use the dehydrator and the VITAMIX to make an epic warm chili that is still considered raw vegan without having to cook anything, because the ideal temperature of raw is up to about 115 to 118 degrees Fahrenheit depending on who you ask. That's about 45-ish degrees Celsius. This is the temperature that you'd want to warm your stuff up to keep it raw. So using the dehydrator, you can chop things like mushrooms, onions, zucchini pieces. You could even add corn, tomatoes, broccoli, anything you like. You could put bell peppers in there too. Chop them up into smaller pieces and marinate them in maybe lemon juice, coconut aminos. You could add some chili or paprika, some oregano, whatever spices you want to add to it. Marinate those in the dehydrator for about an hour to an hour and a half, give or take, at around 110 to 115 degrees Fahrenheit. This will warm and marinate these veggies. Then you want to make the sauce. You can make the sauce in your high-speed blender when you're ready to eat. You would blend anything that you want for the sauce. Again, I have lots of different sauce recipes in our books. You can grab those, link in the description. Again, 40% off, code NICECREAM40. Anyways, you can make any sauce in there. One of my favorites is just a really simple marinara, 6 dates, maybe one little tomato, half of a bell pepper, and some garlic. What you do is you blend that with some sun-dried tomatoes too as well. That's a really great addition. Blend that with some water. You might need to add a little bit more water as it's blending because the sun-dried tomatoes and dates kind of suck up the water, so you might need to add more water as you go. But let that blend for about 2 minutes for it to warm up, and you'll notice you can hold the Vitamix and you'll feel the warmth. Once it's warmed up, and if you really want, you could put a little thermometer in there to make sure that it doesn't go over 115 degrees Fahrenheit. Just be careful of the blades and all that jazz. But once that's blended, then you can add your herbs like your oregano, your fresh basil. If you're making a curry, you could add all of your fresh mint and cilantro, whatever else you want to add to that. Then pulse it while it's still warm. Pulse it for maybe 3 to 5 seconds just to release those oils and essential deliciousness from the fresh herbs, as I mentioned before. Then you can take your tray out of the dehydrator, pour all of those freshly marinated and warmed veggies into a bowl, and then pour your sauce into the bowl. Give it a good mix for about a minute or so to release any air bubbles, and you've got yourself a delicious chunky chili that's warm. It's not cooked and it's not hot, and it might cool off a little fast, but those first little bites will be perfect for those people who are looking for a little bit of comfort. Now again, you can make the same thing as a curry. You can make a marinara for like a chunky marinara for on top of your cucumber noodles. And again, if you're following tip number 2, keeping things outside of the fridge, if you're gonna make a noodle dish where you're gonna spiralize some zucchini or cucumbers, make sure that those zucchini or cucumbers have been outside of the fridge for a fair amount of time, because it kind of sucks if you make a really nice warm sauce and you pour it over cold noodles. It's not gonna be as cool. So you wanna take those cucumbers, we like to put them on top of the dehydrator as our stuff is dehydrating, just to warm them up a little bit. Keep them at room temperature really. Then I spiralize, then I add those veggies to our sauce, and we have a nice sauce for on top of our cucumber noodles. Or if you're doing a curry, you could do the same with cauliflower. You could rice the cauliflower by pulsing it in a food processor or wet chopping it in the Vitamix. I have a video on how to wet chop cauliflower if you're interested in that. You can squeeze out the water and then use that as your rice and put a curry, like a warm curry sauce on top as well. Tons of different ideas. There are so many ways to use the appliances to your benefit while staying raw and still enjoying something warm that is not cooked. So I hope you guys enjoy this. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel to get notifications for more whenever I post a new video. In the comment box below, I'd love to hear your favorite warm, raw vegan recipes or ideas that you could share with others. Maybe somebody's in there looking for different warm recipes that they could make. If you have something to share, please don't hesitate to link down below. Share it in the comments and let others know what you have found to be great meals to help you through on a raw vegan diet. So thank you so much for watching the video. Again, 40% off code is NiceCream40. You can find the link right here or in the description box below for all of the ebooks. Print versions also available off of Amazon for any of our books. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you back here tomorrow for video number 5 of a series of 10 videos about how to do raw in the winter. The playlist for all those videos is in the description box as well. Lots of stuff in the description box. I hope you guys have a great day. Mwah! I love you all, and fruit on.